Hi, this is Danny from Nokia N97user.com. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the settings found on the Nokia N97. So to get to the setting, you hit the menu button and then you go to the setting. Once in the setting, you get the profiles, you got the theme, phone, application manager, calling setting, and the connectivity setting. Within the profiles, these are the default profiles that comes with the phone. So you get your normal profile, which is the standard one that pretty much everybody use, but I usually create my own, which I probably will do later on. I only got this phone for about 2 days. So if you go into the normal setting, you hit customize, you get the setting for your ringtone, you got a setting for ringer, volume, your text messaging tone, the key tone for your keyboard, the vibration, whether it's on or off, and then you get the video call tone, but I guess there's no video calling in US. There's the email tone that you can select, and the warning tone, say caller's name, and then the ringtone effect, on the touchscreen vibration level, and the touchscreen tone and alert. So here we have pretty much just the standard profile. So let's just go back, and all those settings are available within all these profiles. So then we have the theme. The theme under general, you got pretty much the pre-installed theme, and within these themes there's only actually one setting, and that just pretty much just turning the theme effect on or off. That comes with the effect that comes with the theme. So when you go back, there's also changing on the wallpaper and all the call images you want to change if someone calls you. Okay, so when you go back, you get the phone setting. The phone setting, you can customize changing your date and time for the phone. So the time, you get the time zone, the date format, how you want it to be displayed, time format AM, PM. You get either an analog clock or a digital clock. Also the alarm tone and the snooze time, and then the automatic time update, that's just basically on carrier time setting. So usually that's always on. You get the speech. This allows you to set what kind of voice recognition you want, voice tone do you want. I think this is also the same for the GPS setting, the voice that you want. Okay, so now let's go back to the language. So there you can just set the languages that you want to use on the phone, and here you can also set the predictive text, but you can pretty much set that when you're in the input mode. You got the display setting, you got your light sensor setting, sensitivity, but it's pretty much automatic already. You just have to set the sensitivity of it. The font size, the welcome logo, then you got how long you want the backlight to be on. So I usually set it a little bit less than the automatic locking. Okay, so then you get the voice command. I'm not really going to go into that. The sensor setting. So within the sensor setting, you got either your sensor on or off, and this sensor is pretty much just the motion sensor, and then you got the turning control. So if you turn your phone, it allows you to either to silence your call or auto rotate the screen or to snooze your alarm. So that's another setting on here. So if you go further down, you got the touch input setting. So you want to do a handwriting training, so you get more accurate when you do hand recognition. The language that you want to write it in, the writing speed, guiding line, the pen trail width, and then the writing color. I'm not sure what the adaptive search is. I'll probably have to look that up. And then you want to calibrate your screen. Right, so that's the touch input menu. You got the accessories menu. That's where you pretty much set all your Bluetooth headset or the TV out setting. And then you got the application setting. So this allows you to set all the different application settings, which is kind of helpful because they kind of put all this together instead of going to individual program and then try to set it there. You can just pretty much do all the setting in here all at one time. And then you got the phone management. So this is the auto key guard. So I set this one to 1 minute, and then when I set the 50-second on to turn off the backlight on the phone. So it gives me about 10 seconds just in case I want to turn the phone back on without having to go to the lock button. Slide setting. This is when you close the screen, close the keyboard. That's when if whether you want it to lock or not. So I don't want that, so I have it off. The security setting. Okay, and here's the factory setting. If you want to, put it back into this factory. I'm not sure what the download setting is. I guess that's probably just where you want to, if you want to download something, what folder it's going into. Device update. That just pretty much just tell you the firmware, and I'm sure you probably can do over-the-air update in the future, or I'm not sure if you can do it now. And then just the about. So that's pretty much for the setting. And then you got the notification lights. So for the standby breathing light, that's just the light right here. Okay, so if you want that on or not. And then the notification light blinks for 1 hour, and then the events that you want it to blink. So you can set it for missed call, new messages, and new email. Okay, so that's pretty much just for this phone setting.